Hi, today we'll be doing a preliminary review of the new Battle Imagines from Blue Protocol Season 2. Season 2 just dropped today, and I'll be lying if I said I knew what is going to be the best. But I'll share my take with my overall experience with the game and Blue Protocol Japan. Not going through all of them, but at least the most notable ones. Let's get started. First off, the Humanoid Imagines. Rorola is the first of them all and a DPS one. Basically, she gives a damage increase, and remember, this is not attack, not a stat, but pure damage increase. You may have played many other RPG games like Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact, and you know that attack stats are usually often diluted. But damage increase is amazing because it directly affects the final number, which is damage. Conditions is that you need a class that can hit many times. For every 10 times of damage dealt, you have more damage increase stacks, capping out at 5 stacks. Damage increase at 10% up to 16% at 5 stacks for a 0 copy Rorola, and up to 26% at 5 stacks with 5 copies of Rorola. Also, it has lifesteal, which is huge. This will be suitable for Ice Ray Mages and Wild Pack Marksmen and other classes that can hit very fast. You can use it 2 times, like the Mook Leader. So with that in mind, I would say that it's likely S tier, as good as Tina. Next, let's review our boy Ace. Very similar to Rorola, as a DPS Imagine, instead of doing 10 damage increase per stack, you'll be using special attacks to gain stacks and also capping out at 5 stacks. This, however, gives an attack power increase from 8% up to 13% attack increase at 5 stacks for 1 copy, up to 26% at 5 copies of Ace. More suitable for less multi-hitting classes like Ice Spear Mage, Stormblade, Wind Knight. This is likely to be S tier as well due to the ease of maxing stacks. Taros is unique, but I feel that she would be an Oblivia situation. She does many things, but little to no impact. I would say that she needs further testing, and a quick clip here showing how she does. Although the multipliers seem high, but the damage numbers are just very low overall. Farfalla is a tank Imagine used to create a damage reduction and invulnerability which lasts for 15 seconds. So this seems an upgrade to Tata in every way possible, unless the translations do not mean what they are. I would say this would be a situational tier Imagine. For the Go Imagines, they finally made support more friendly with the Boss Balisk Imagine. The Boss Balisk is a support Imagine that grants elemental damage bonus to all targets at 5%, prioritizing the closest 10 to you. This is very similar to the Bandit Chief's 5% attack buff, and now supports can run both Boss Balisk and Bandit Chief if they do not have a Tina. Likely to be a A tier Imagine. The Black Rock Legion captain was a party-wide buffer in Blue Protocol Japan, but now has changed to attack and casting speed buffer. I think what's unique here is that the ultimate skill cooldown buff from 13% at 0 copies up to 32% at 5 copies. I would say that the thing is, the most ultimates in the game right now are clunky and usually result in a DPS loss due to their clunky animations. So I can't say it's as good as it was in Japan. Unless they release legendary weapons that buff your ultimate damage like what Japan did. So I would say it's quite a niche tier for now, likely B tier until we have more buffs to ultimates in the game. The Goblin Leader increases specialized skill damage and healing. I believe this was made for the Soul Musician class, but still, I would recommend actual DPS images if actually trying to DPS. Otherwise, supports should always be using party-wide buffing images over healing images in the current meta. So hence, I'll give it a C tier. The Genius Cabbage King basically gives you a random buff to your stats, such as Versatility, Mastery, Haste, all elemental damage every 10 seconds when you are in combat. Might be amazing in longer fights, but it has a cap to its limit when buffing. I would say the limit is what's gonna make or break the Imagine, and also your RNG. It will excel likely in longer fights, but fall very short in shorter fights. Needs more testing, but potentially A rank, but I would give it a C rank for now. Crimson Jade Earth Fox increases pet damage and is obviously made for bow players. 2.4% up to 12% at max dex passively. The bow players pet damage are actually quite significant, so I would indeed rate it as a high A tier Imagine for bow players. Lastly, let's check out the Boss Flame Horn Imagine. It gives Lucky Strike damage and healing up, but luck was generally considered bad in Season 1 of Blue Protocol Star Resonance, and personally as a Frost Mage Ice Spear player, the class uses luck, or rather it recommends luck, but I would probably use another Imagine over a luck related Imagines moving forward. Having crafted the +5 Hurricane Goblin Imagine, I would not recommend this. Similarly to the Stormblade players, I believe they would use the Mook Chief as well as the Spider Crab Imagine over luck Imagines. So yeah, still needs testing, but I would definitely put it in the C tier for now. Also, healers don't really need more healing via this Imagine anyways, as they have much more options. And there we have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will try to make more videos soon, but I can't promise as I'm really busy IRL. So yeah, of course YouTube isn't a career for me, but more of a hobby. Till next time guys, peace.